Have you ever heard of the enhanced games?
I have not. What is that? Is that like robot games? Are we allowed to use what do you call them? Steroids on these?
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
it?
That is exactly right.
Shut up.
It's very American. I'm going to put this out there
Very competitive, yes.
to exploit the maximum capacity of an athlete. Now, do I think it's morally correct? Welcome to Brandventures, and get ready for an exciting adventure into the world of brand innovation on the Brandventures podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the Brandventures, the show that's going to take you into the world of adventurous brands and sports brands and very interesting news about what's going on today. Today, we have our gorgeous Raquel Pamplun again. Welcome, Raquel.
Hi. Hi. Thank you for having me again.
Have you ever heard of the enhanced games?
I have not. What is that? Is that like robot games? Hunger Games? What is it? The price is bigger, so it's enhanced?
Take another wild guess. Could be.
Is it like superhumans? Are we allowed to use what do you call them? Steroids on these?
That is exactly right.
Shut up.
Exactly. So this is like the Olympics, but the athletes are allowed to use legal enhancements.
Wait, so time out. By legal, what does that mean? Are steroids legal or not legal?
I think testosterone is legal. It just has to be prescribed by a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are other chemicals out there, compounds like pre-workouts. The Olympics have been super clean, and they don't even allow athletes to, smoke pot even if it's legal.
Makes sense.
The famous runner athlete Shakira, she had a little bit of THC in her blood, and yeah,
Oh
she got
no.
disqualified. She couldn't run the 100 meters, and she was the athlete that had the most chances of winning. Or she was like that. She was going to be the star of the U.S. team.
That sucks. But you know what? Marijuana is not legal in the Olympics because it's not legal worldwide. That's why. It's legal in the US, but not worldwide. And the Olympics is worldwide. So that makes sense. But that's so sad.
Yeah, and you know, it hits like a bunch of moral issues here. So I'm guessing, for example, doctors are going to play a very very big role in these kind of sports.
Absolutely. In the enhanced games. Yeah, for sure.
So it could be like an extension or of this Olympic or not Olympic enhanced games. Um, could be an element, right?
Yeah. Well, I wonder what the main goal is to create these games because at this point, what are the limits, you know?
I think entertainment. All right. So hear me out.
Okay.
You want to see the guy the run the fastest 100 meter. You want to see the swimmer that breaks records, and it's very American. I'm going to put this out there.
Very competitive, yes. It's a very American quality.
To exploit the maximum capacity of an athlete. Now, do I think it's morally correct?
At this point, I think it doesn't matter because it has its own section, right? So why not?
Exactly. And the other issue is the health of the athletes, right?
Yes. That's true because what is the limit? Because at this point, we don't know. We haven't known because when people do it illegally, they do it a little bit just for that little extra kick, right? So we don't know at what point the body is going to be like, this is not working. And then it just works against the body instead of enhancing it.
Yeah, they could die or
So it could be also like an experiment thing for scientists and doctors and everyone at the same time as entertainment. I don't know. What is the goal of enhanced games?
I don't know, but you remember that cyclist Armstrong that
That's
yeah,
true.
he had the bands and got caught with answers. So
What was he using? Was he using steroids?
I think so. I'm not sure combination is, but uh, they did like blood transfusions, and they're not allowed to. Um,
That makes sense because you would think like somebody that went through cancer and win all those races, it was questionable, and it kind of sucks that it was proven right. The question, you know.
I think there's got to be an incredible difference, and I've done ethically. It's like a floodgate, right? These things are out there. They're enhancements. There are safe ways to use them. There are legal in certain areas, and they're why not do it safely, right?
True, 100%.
I mean, there are some drugs that are enhancements, and they could be, and there are some drugs that used incorrectly, even though they are enhancement drugs, can be potentially detrimental or not would work against the athlete, right? So it's a fine line that these guys are willing uh to break.
I mean, or test. But I also feel like that there's going to be two type of performers in this game, and I might be wrong. I don't know. Let's put it on the record right here. I might be doing history. I don't know. There'll be the guys who will go to the maximum possibility that they can go to with these enhancements. And then there will be the guys who will do just a little bit and say, I can beat you with just a little bit. That's another level of competition that I would love to see in these games too.
Exactly. And then ask their wives, see if they're if they're as good a human beings, as they are.
As they are athletes with all these enhancements. You just hit a really good spot right there.
Yeah, just think about, but it gets more interesting. So it's heavily backed by tech and crypto figures, right? The project has been secured funding from Silicon Valley venture capitalists and cryptocurrency billionaires, including figures like Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, and Balaji Srinivasan, a former CTO of Coinbase. This has added to its media buzz and controversy, of course.
But it makes sense. They're the city of innovation. They want to see innovation in every field of the world, every subject of the world. So why not now games, Olympic games, competitions, body. It is a fine line like you said.
Yeah, for example, for models and actresses, they have, they can enhance their face features. Nobody says they can't. They do it all the time, right? Plastic surgery.
They can enhance their breasts. Can we say breasts in this show?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'll say all things. Yep. And it all goes. So why not in sports? But also I feel that that's one of the things that has always been questioned in the entertainment industry. Well, yeah, of course, she did this and did that, and that's the advantage she has. But does she really? Because true talent, whether you're enhanced or not, will always show up, right? And you can do one movie, you can book one movie because you were all enhanced. Let's just put it that way, right? And you show up on set and you really are not that talented, and you already made your career path by doing that. So I think the same thing is going to happen, or let's not even go that far, because it when it comes to enhancement, the morality side I feel is the truth of it all, the truth of your capacity, the truth of you, the truth of what you are capable of, right? So it all comes down to also, cousin of truth, opposite of truth is lying, right? So it also comes down to when people lie on their resume. That's an enhancement in their resume, right? But it will show up when you perform. So yeah, you can be stronger, you can be faster, but are you really smarter? Are you really tactical? Can you really perform? So I think it's a combination of everything, and it's an opportunity to maybe um, respond to a lot of those questions with these games and really prove something either way, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely controversial. So
Mm-hmm.
this so the enhanced games are being led by a former Olympian. His name is Dr. Aaron De Zosa, an Australian academic and entrepreneur in the president and public face of the enhanced games. Okay. He claims that the games will champion scientific freedom and bodily autonomy for athletes.
I don't know. I hear a lot of manipulation of words here. In my personal opinion. Just say it as it is. We're going to test it. This is a test. You don't need to convince me. I still want to watch.
When I first heard about it, I'm like, "Wow, this is horrible. This is cheating." But the more I see it, I think there is something here. There, if it's legal, if it exists, if there are a team of doctors behind this, if it's gonna push innovation, if it's gonna be more entertaining, if it's gonna, there, why not, right?
If it has its own section, why not? I always say that. It all comes down to the live and let live, right? As long as it's not messing with the original, um, really testing natural human capacity or capabilities, which we already have with the Olympics, and one is not influencing the other, or in this case, enhanced games is not trying to influence or change the Olympics. Why not having both options of entertainment? And to each his own. People will pick the Olympics because they know that's what that person was truly born with and capable of. And some other people will pick enhanced games because they like to see an extreme side of it. I don't know.
So the first games are planned for 2025. While no exact date or venue has been officially locked in, the organization has stated that the inaugural enhanced games will be held sometime in 2025. So this year. And it will start with 5 sports categories: athletics, aquatics, gymnastics, combat sports, and strength events.
Combat sports.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so I remember this, it gave me a flashback to when UFC first started. Do you know that when it first started, it was just as controversial?
When what? Oh, UFC. Yes. Uh huh.
UFC Ultimate Fight.
Mhm. Mhm.
And they said, we really want to see who the best in the sports, in the fighting games, are the true winners of, of fights. You've always had the karate people compete against their karate people and the jiu against jujitsu, but you never had that mix.
But who really is the ultimate true fighter? Yeah.
And what ended up happening was the athletes had to learn different modalities, and jujitsu seemed to be the most prominent.
The most complete.
Yeah, you have kickboxing, which is, very powerful and very, it's a combination of jujitsu and kickboxing, so something like this. And grappling people and understanding how to lock them and having them, tap out. This is something that's similar, I'm guessing, within the each sport.
But what will be the ultimate thing? Like, at what point of enhancement makes the ultimate human? I feel like that's going to be one of the things that we're going to see. And like you said, anything that is not naturally given in your body will affect the chemistry in your body. So, how much are they going to lose it, like headwise? You know, how much are they going to control it? How much are they going to change as people? I, it's a fine line, and I do want to see when you said we're going to talk about enhanced games. I'm like, wait, what? And you said I'm going to explain to you, so I have your natural reaction, right? I was like, okay. You said the first time you heard about it, you were mad. You're like, that's cheating. That's lying. I was more curious as to see what is the main point of this. What is the whole main point of it? I wasn't even mad because people have been cheating and lying for their entire life. It's part of our humanity, unfortunately, right? But what is the point?
When you say cheating is allowed, then,
And it's not cheating because it is recorded and it is allowed. So at that point it's not cheating. Cheating is when you lie and you hide it, right? So at this point it's not even cheating anymore. Now everything's allowed. So it's you're making me think of the movie. What's that movie called where there's one day? Purge, The Purge. You're making me think about that. Any extreme is bad, either good or bad. Any extreme is bad. So I am curious. My curious mind is going crazy and saying, what is going to happen? What is going to happen?
I'm excited. I kind of want to see this play out, see how.
Same. Same seas.
So in conclusion, it's part sport, part tech experiment, right? With its tech heavy backers, enhanced games is as much about disruption as it is data collection, as it is about competition. So think of it like a mix of sports, science fair, and biotech demo day.
All in one.
I say to hell with it. Let's go.
Yeah, and you know what? It is the tech. I didn't know that. That's a really good point. It is the tech industry that's behind all this. So they're gonna go with the most expensive way to put it out there, or the not expensive. What's the word? The one that's gonna profit them more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna create their own network, and it's gonna
Oh, they will. Like this.
like the Brandventures. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Like us. Just like that. Exactly. But Goose, I am still very. I am a very. Mark my words. I am going to believe that there will be athletes who will say, "Well, let me see how little enhancement I can take and still beat you, who is doing a lot more enhancement." Because there's those people who are proud. Watch, it's gonna go the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. There's people that are naturally enhanced that have different capabilities. So
They're gonna be like, "And I only used 10% of what you used, and I still beat you." That's gonna be the competition.
no, I absolutely, and I love to see that. I wanna see,
Yeah, same.
innovation. I wanna see technology. There's groups of people that do biohacking, that they like implant chips, and Elon Musk's Neuralink, for example. How is that all gonna play out?
But everything is trial and error in this life, and innovation is not bad. It's the abuse of, innovation that can be the extreme of innovation that can be bad. But we have to just be vigilant and smart about everything and not be quiet if something's wrong, and be quiet if something needs to have a little bit more time to pan out.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. This is a very interesting topic. I want everybody to ask us questions, drop some interesting
Yes, please.
in the bottom of these of this video, and we want to see you guys' opinion, and say, should this go through? Should this stop?
I mean, it is going through regardless.
Where is it going to be held at? The countries that adopt it.
I actually know because I have been stalking their social media as a social media expert. And one of the first venues is going to be Vegas. And actually, it says 2026. So the first game might happen next year.
All right.
So the first game might actually happen next year because it says Enhanced Games, the future of sport, an open celebration of science and human enhancements. Look at that. I like that. I like that better. That tagline better. And first event is going to be in Las Vegas, 2026. And they already have the fastest swimmer in history. Check out their Instagram if you want to find out a little bit more about this, not to promote them, but also to spark the conversation, and then drop your questions here because this guy looks cray, not in a bad way, but cray like buff, like cray, like big. You can totally see the enhancement right there.
You get the real feel of what the enhancement means.
Looks like, yeah, and performs.
And Vegas seems to be the best place.
Vegas is the center of anything now.
Anything morally dubious.
Vegas is trying to get everything now because we have Formula One now there too. Everything's happening in Vegas. Vegas is making it pop now. It's going from one extreme of the moral compass to the other extreme.
Oh, absolutely. When this event happens, I want to go. I want to get the lowdown of this and see what this is all about.
Okay, Enhanced Games, call us. We're here. We'll cover your show.
Love it. All right, guys. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. We were bringing interesting topics here. Raquel is going to come on maybe a couple more times, maybe a few more. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be a surprise, but I love talking to you, Raquel,
Likewise,
and I think that the enhanced games are gonna change sport
a
grid.
lot.
So
And there's good it's definitely going to divide people again. But it's good division. We got to pick that those brains. We can't just be just living through life like a little
like a little deer.
bag of plastic. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's all the time we got for today. Please make sure to subscribe. It's absolutely free. You get to see our fun faces as often as you like. And drop us a comment, give us a like, and tell us what the next thing we should talk about is. Drop it in the comments and let's start the conversation about enhanced games. So this is a channel for you guys to be informed, be entertained, and at the same time participate. So don't forget to do that. All right. That's all the time we got for tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good night
Bye guys.
or day.
Or day.
GP5, production for adventurous brands.